This week, an agenda-driven teacher in Colorado removed a 12-year-old student for having a "Don't Tread on Me" Gadsden Flag patch on his book bag. The situation went viral and the young man got support from all across the country. And at 9:51 last night, we actually find out that the young man won. The school board went back on their decision and basically has apologized. This is a great example of how and why people need to stand up for truth and be heard. Because if people didn't come together and support this young man, he would have been silenced and his freedom stripped away. Here's all the details that you want to know about this situation, how he won, and how the teacher and the school system were dead wrong about the Gadsden Flag. On Monday, the story of a Colorado child being booted from school for having a Gadsden Flag patch on his backpack went viral. School officials claim the flag was prohibited because it had its origins in slavery. And spoiler alert, you're about to find out that that is incorrect. 12-year-old Jaden, who attends the Vanguard School in Colorado Springs, found himself in trouble with his teachers after he wore a backpack that featured a patch of the Gadsden Flag. You know the flag. It's the yellow one with the snake that says, "Don't tread on me." He was kicked out of class and his mother was called into the office to discuss the wrong Jaden had done. According to one of the school staff, the famous flag wasn't allowed in the school due to its origins in slavery and the slave trade. A revelation that clearly amused Jaden, who clearly knows more about his nation's history than his own school. The mother of the young boy filmed the meeting she had with the director of the school. In it, you could hear her push back on the idea that the Gadsden Flag is about slavery, noting that its origins are in the Revolutionary War, and she's correct. The director remained combative throughout the video, claiming that she had to enforce the policy provided by the district. The school's director also said via email that the patch was disruptive to the classroom environment. The young man Jaden remained undeterred and has decided he's going to walk back into the school with his bag and patch still attached. Jaden said he will refuse to remove the patch and will conduct a school sit-in if it comes down to it. In the meantime, 2 law firms reached out and offered to assist Jaden and his family if it came down to that point. The lawyers were prepared to proceed with the discrimination and freedom of speech lawsuit. The governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, actually posted about the story on social media, and he basically took Jaden's side. And when all of that went down, the school canceled their back-to-school night due to some unforeseen circumstances. And we know what those circumstances are. It was all about Jaden and the Gadsden patch. In a very surprising turn of events, the members of the school board called an emergency meeting and affirmed their respect for the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. In doing so, they also decided that the Gadsden patch is a valuable part of American history and that Jaden may keep it on his backpack if he so chooses. It's worth noting that this probably goes a different direction without the reach of social media and conservative people rising up and shouting out the truth. The Gadsden Flag doesn't have origins in slavery or the Civil War at all. The Gadsden Flag is a historical American flag with a yellow field depicting a timber rattlesnake coiled and ready to strike. Beneath the rattlesnake are the words, "Don't tread on me." But what does all that mean? It's actually very simple. It was used as a battle cry for independence for the American colonies when they were fighting Great Britain in their war for independence. And that's it. But as you all are well aware, many people twist and turn things, and the original meaning and intent of symbols change over time. This article here from the Washington Post says the disgraced Confederate history of the "Don't Tread on Me" flag. And here's the thing about it. Many people read articles just like this from the Washington Post and they believe ignorantly that the flag is from the Civil War, that the flag is from the Confederates, the people who lost the Civil War. And did Confederates use the flag? Sure they did, but that doesn't change or alter the original meaning of the flag or its message. And as the people on the left destroy the flag and the meaning of the flag, conservatives like Chris Pratt, who actually has been seen wearing the shirt, gets destroyed in social media by people who attack him relentlessly. But as you can see here, other groups and organizations have repurposed the flag as well. Yet they don't get viciously attacked and harassed on social media and called out for being wrong. We call that a double standard. In this picture, you see young Jaden standing behind the car of the teacher who actually turned him in and started this whole ordeal. And you can see in the lower right-hand corner of his book bag the Gadsden patch in question. And of course, you can see all of the one-sided propaganda, bumper stickers, and things like that on the teacher's car. Again, this is a double standard. In my opinion, the teacher and the principal both of that school should both publicly apologize for the problems that they have caused Jaden and his family. After all, the school board basically did, but we need to hear from the people who actually began this process. And if they refuse to apologize after the Board of Education said, "We support Jaden wearing this patch, there's nothing wrong with it," they have said this publicly, then that principal and the teacher should be suspended immediately. We live in a time right now where we must stand up for right, truth, and justice, because if we do not, our rights and freedoms are constantly under attack by the far left. I'm very thankful for this young 12-year-old student to have the courage to stand up against the onslaught of attack and the craziness of the left. After all, he won, and even more than that, he's taught us all a very valuable lesson. Thank you, Jaden. In the meantime, I pray that the good Lord rains down blessings on you and draws you nearer to him. All that in Jesus' name. We'll see you guys on the next one.